Welcome to Diving Deeper into Snow Globe, Chapter 4, The In-Between. Alright, let's talk about 19. So just like how 19 is the second official song off of Snow Globe, this was the second song I wrote for Snow Globe. I wrote it pretty much when I turned 19, and obviously a lot of change was happening in my life. I was exposed to a lot of new options. I could do this, that, the other. I could eat when I want, work out if I want. I could take this class, that class. There were just a lot of options that were in my hands, and thus the world really felt like it was up for grabs. Hence why that line lands so often in the chorus. This also sets up the big topic of change, which is pretty evident in Snow Globe as a whole. You hear the topic of change surface in songs like Whiteboard Calendar, Two of Spades, and Snow Globe. What I like to think about is 19 is the initial point of you recognizing that there's a lot of change that's happening in my life, and I started to ask the question, would I change with that? Would the people back home, where I'm used to, would they still recognize me with all the change that's going around in my life? And that's something I definitely went through and thought a lot about as I started college and started these new opportunities. I thought, everything around me is changing. Am I going to change too? So it's kind of this cool way to think about and ask the question, who really is Ethan Germain? And you see that question expanded on a little bit further on in the album, like I said. And those songs have a little bit of a different perspective on that same change. Now, I originally got influenced to write this song after seeing 21 Pilots live at Summerfest 2021. Now, that was their very first concert back after the pandemic, and it was amazing. There were so many moments in that night that were so cool, but there was one moment that kind of stuck out to me that influenced me to write this song, or at least the production of it. 21 Pilots were playing Shy Away, and kind of in the middle of it, they did a cover of My Chemical Romance's I'm Not Okay. And I just remember there was this one point where Tyler got on top of his piano, he was singing the chorus, Josh Dome was going crazy on the drums, the lights were going amazing, and it just took my breath away. And I got inspired to use that upbeat, super energetic track and apply some lyrics that, though it might not be as in your face, I'm not okay, like the MCR song, I wanted to use and find lyrics that were a little bit more apt and fitting to what my life was going on. So in the production of it, it's very upbeat. You got your chord, drum, bass, keys, electric guitar. Again, huge shout out to Noah Matthew for playing guitar. But there's this one kind of cool part about the production. In the bridge, you hear a lot of different instruments play, kind of like they're soloing. And what my idea of this would be, if I ever get to play this song live, this would kind of be the chance to highlight the band members. Ideally, I really want to have a live show where I would have a drummer, a keys player, a guitar player, bassist, but then also players like trumpet, horn, or trumpet, sax, trombone. I've also been writing a lot with violin recently, but just having a chance to show off those different instruments, different players, is something I kind of wanted to write into the music, because I did spend a lot of time on the production of this album. Finally, I don't think I could talk about 19 without acknowledging my 17th birthday party. And I'll talk about that in one second, but just kind of as a fun fact, originally this song was going to be called 17, and it was going to be about how when I was 17, I was the oldest I could be without being an adult, with all like the big life responsibilities that you're handed to when you turn 18. However, when I sat down to write 19, I was already 18 turning 19, so the timeline didn't really make sense. And two, I was just experiencing different things in life. I was in an in-between stage. I was 19, so I was old enough to technically be an adult, but I wasn't old enough to do certain things like drink, rent a car, have like a hotel room. I wasn't a full adult yet, even though my age told me I was. I was just at the top of the class as a senior in high school, but now I'm at the bottom of the class being a freshman in college. There was just a lot of in-between stages that I was going through. And to write a song more about the in-betweens and, like life is up for grabs now, like that seemed a lot more appealing and easy for me to write, instead of having to look back and be like, how did I feel 2 years ago when I turned 17? But to talk more about the 17th birthday party, that's kind of how I started the song, and getting to look back at that, not only as I was writing the song, but as I was making the reel that's posted on my Instagram page with the videos that we took that night. It was just so sweet, and the fact that I can memorialize special moments in my life through music is really cool, and it's awesome to think about how the laughs that we shared, the shotgunning lemonades, and the 86 Army men that we got from Badger Sports Park will all be forever memorialized in this song. So to all the hooligans who were at that 17th birthday party, much love to all you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. So I hope you enjoyed this deeper dive into the story behind 19, the influence of where I got the idea for the song, and how it's super special to me as I get to remember my 17th birthday party every time I think of it. Next week, we're going to dive into probably one of my favorite songs off the album, Morning in the Fall, and I cannot wait to see you all there.